From an 1890s railroad depot to City Hall, and then back to a railroad depot. I'm Rick Mills, Director of the South Dakota State Railroad Museum, and this is the Deadwood Historic Preservation Moment.
During the first quarter of the 20th century, railroads continued to be a primary source of passenger transportation in the Black Hills. From the Deadwood Depot, passengers could travel by railroad throughout the Black Hills and even the United States. This, however, would change with the advent and subsequent use of the automobile in the 1920s. As a part of the National Good Roads movement, maintained roads began to appear in and around the Black Hills. As automobiles became more prevalent, passenger transportation by rail began to decline. Deadwood's beloved depot officially closed its doors in the summer of 1947 as the last passenger train left town. The depot would sit vacant for 5 years. On January 28, 1952, Deadwood suffered a devastating fire when its City Hall, Police Department, and Fire Hall burned to the ground. With no other option at the time, the city officials purchased the vacant depot from the Chicago Northwestern Company and converted it into City Hall. One of the more noticeable architectural features, the open-air breezeway between the passenger depot and the baggage room, was enclosed and became bays for Deadwood's fire trucks. For the next 37 years, the depot operated as Deadwood City Hall until 1990, when funds generated from limited stakes gaming were used to restore the depot to its former grandeur. Preservation work on the building began by first compiling historical documents, including photographs and blueprints of the original building. The Deadwood Historic Preservation Office and Commission paid close attention to the exterior and interior details. The slate roof was one of the more expensive details in the restoration. Traditionally, railroad depots across the United States were installed with slate roofs that protected the structure against fire caused by hot cinders extruded by coal-burning steam engines. Upon its completion in 1992, the depot serves the Deadwood community as a visitor and interpretive center, catering to 500,000 visitors annually. On May 8, 2004, the depot was designated as a historic South Dakota civil engineering landmark. The depot also serves as a backdrop to many of Deadwood's annual events, such as Cool Deadwood Nights and the Deadwood Jam.
I'm Rick Mills, Director of the South Dakota Railroad Museum. Thank you for joining us for this edition of a Deadwood Historic Preservation Moment.